Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of an experiment called Life. I'm your host, Alex McKenzie. We do not have a guest today. This is just me here on in my new home, talking to you guys, letting you know what I'm up to, telling you a bunch of stuff about my life that nobody asked for, nobody asked to hear, nobody wanted me to do this. But I'm here doing it, and I'm going to tell myself I'm doing it for you guys. When really it's for me. Almost everything we do is for ourselves, I think, right? Even when you do a favor for somebody, usually it makes you feel good. So it's like, are you doing it for them or are you doing it for you, you know? Who knows? True altruism, that's a big debate, whether or not that's even a real thing. So we're down here. I just moved to Vancouver last week. It was good. I'm settled in. I'm on my parents' vessel, their boat. So I put the RV away. Well, I haven't yet. That's a lie. Now we already have trust issues. I'm already lying to you guys. And we just got started. So, yeah, I have to put the RV away this weekend. Thanksgiving weekend coming up. I will be flying back to Prince George this afternoon. And going to be spending Thanksgiving with my friends and family. And then I will be driving my truck, my 2007 Toyota Tacoma. I will be driving that thing back down here to Vancouver. I bought that thing brand new when I started my job at the mill. It was like right after I got my 30 days in. So you get your 30 days and then you're in the union. And when you're in the union, it's really hard to get rid of you. You know, you can really screw up a lot, and they cannot fire you. You get, like, a lot of strikes against you. You can do this, like, you could do a lot of damage, do a lot of things wrong, and still keep your job, as demonstrated by me over my years at the mill. But, yeah, I remember I bought that truck, and I don't think I'd ever buy a new vehicle again, man. Like, it's pretty cool having a new vehicle. Like, I was 19 years old driving a brand new truck. It was pretty sweet. But it's like, you know, you're paying $1,000 a month just for this truck. And it's not bad at the beginning when it's a brand new truck. But then 4 years down the road, when it's not a brand new truck anymore, and all your friends have bigger, cooler new trucks, and you're still paying $1,000 a month, you're like, oh, man. And you don't realize how long 5 years is. Like, you think 5 years isn't that long. Like, you're doing it in your head. You're like, okay, 5 years won't be that bad. And you always lie to yourself. And you tell yourself, hey, you know what? I'll pay it off in 3. No, you won't. Nobody does. I mean, there's a rare exception. I'm so sure there's people out there who go, well, my friend actually paid his truck off in 2 years. Well, you know what? Your friend probably had a miserable 2 goddamn years because all they did was pay bills and work, okay? So fuck your friend. I don't care about him. Look at me. Maybe I'm a little jealous of people who know how to manage money because I've never known how to do it. I don't know. What are these demons coming out within me? See, that's why I got to do the podcast. I come on here, I talk some shit, and I'm learning about myself. I don't know what the next thing coming out of my mouth is going to be. So anyway, Thanksgiving weekend, I'm flying back to Prince George. Gonna go put my RV in storage and go and get my truck. And Finley, my Finn dog, my baby boy. And then we're gonna drive him back down here to Vancouver and then start doing our thing. It was funny, actually. I was on TikTok Live last night and someone asked me, like, why do Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving? Because they know, like, why Americans do. They were American, and they're like, we didn't know you guys did it up there. And they asked why we do it. I was like, I don't know. Like, that's just another one of the times in my life. I want to say, like, that was the moment I realized that I was stupid. You're like, no, that wasn't the moment. I learned that a very long time ago. The thing that I realized, though, is that's just another thing that I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I do it. And I go, oh, why do we do that? And you're like, well, because we do. It's just a thing. We've always done it. So we're going to keep doing it. And you're like, I have no idea what Canadian Thanksgiving represents. And to be honest with you, I don't really know what Canadian or American Thanksgiving is either. All I know is the word pilgrim comes to mind. Something about the pilgrims sharing food? Seems like a thing. So you're like, hey, let's all share this food? I don't know. You tell me. Leave it in the comments below. Who knows? So anyway, Thanksgiving. Gonna go do that. Then head back down here. I'm digging it, man. This is gonna be pretty cool. I've been in Vancouver 2 weeks. I've already done like 5 or 6 shows. Lots of shows, man. I went and did my rounds this week. I went and met a bunch of bookers, and I can't wait, man. There's so much stage time down here, even through the pandemic. It's funny because all the Vancouver comics are like, man, it's hard to get stage time right now. We've barely got any rooms running. And I'm like, dude, this is like heaps, as they would say in Australia, for me. Because I'm normally a cowboy in my RV, and I'm just driving around town to town. So, I mean, typically I would be getting on stage maybe twice a week. As we're down here now, I can get on stage like minimum, I'd say 5 days a week. Which I really learned in Australia. That was the thing. Like, if you want to get better at this, you gotta be doing it more. Twice a week is not enough. You're not gonna grow at the rate you need to grow to get there. Maybe when you get really good and you're at like a really high level, you can start like taking your foot off the gas a bit, and you can do just big shows less often. But here, no. Like at my stage in the game, I got to be on stage. I wish I could go on stage 3 or 4 times a night would be the ideal, I think. But yeah, just keep slugging away and we'll get there. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be here for probably the next 6 months, probably till April, until I can get my RV back out of storage, and then hopefully things will be cleared up with the pandemic, and that I can hit the road and start touring again, which would be great. I'd love to I've really been trying to get all the way across Canada. I wanted to do it last year. I only made it as far as Saskatoon. And this year, obviously, I couldn't go anywhere. I guess I could have, but I thought, people would just be slashing my tires on the RV with, BC plates on it and comedian. I got my giant billboard. I'm just driving across the country. People would be like, get that fucking thing out of here, you COVID-infested British Columbian. So I figured I better just stay in British Columbia. But yeah, it was good. On COVID news, looks like they're not opening, but they're loosening border restrictions. So my love, Alexi, that's what we call her now because that's her name on TikTok. But Alex, the lady I was in love with in Australia, it's looking like it could be getting closer to her arrival here in Canada. So we can do some paperwork now, and it sounds like they're going to let people who've been in a relationship for 1 year into the country, which is crazy that we're approaching that mark. We're getting close to have been hanging out for a year, and yeah, I've seen her for like about a month of that in person, I mean, and then the coronavirus and then gone. So it's pretty wild times. Hopefully we can get that approved. We can get a visa for her, and we can get her out of Australia. It's Alex out of Australia, hashtag. We're going to start a GoFundMe. If you guys can sign the petition to get her over here, that would do heaps for me. That would be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's something in the coming weeks or months. Today, I guess, October 8th was the day that they said they would be doing that. So I look forward to that. What else do we have going on the agenda? Hungry for Laughs Helping Hands. So we're still doing that. Still going on live on TikTok, raising money to give to people in need. So if you could spread the word on that, tell your friends about what we're doing. There's a website. You can go to hungryforlaughs.net, and then that'll take you to the tour as well as the Helping Hands page, and you can see what we're doing there. I'm not going to do it weekly. Weekly's too much. It was pretty ambitious of me to think I was going to do that every week and raise the money and go give it away every Sunday. I just can't do it. I'm working on too much stuff to spread myself too thin. But what I'm going to do is I'll probably do it monthly, or maybe we'll set like a budget when we hit a certain dollar value, then we'll do the giveaway thing. But it was really good. I mean, in the first 2 weeks of doing it, we raised over $800. So that was amazing. So thank you guys. And keep coming out and supporting it. That means a lot to me. And we'll see if we can keep raising money and keep helping people. So that's cool. So the Hunger for Laughs thing, we're probably going to move it to more of a monthly type of thing. What else? What else do I got going on for you guys? Not a whole lot other than that. We should be getting a bunch of good comedians on the podcast here because we're down in Vancouver. There's so many comics. I'm going to start trying to bring a new guest on every week so that we can have someone more interesting to talk to than just me talking to a camera by myself. But yeah, I'm pretty hopeful, man. I've never been... Oh yeah, I'm 30 days sober. I could tell you guys about that. So 30 days drug and alcohol free, which is pretty cool. I mean, I've been here many times before. What always happens, man, I get sober and then everything starts working out and going good. And then you're like, I can have a drink again. And it goes fine the first time, right? First time you have a drink, you have a couple drinks, 2-3 beers, no big deal. Go home, everything's great. You're like, all right, I'm fine. Everything's good. Then you do it again and again. And it slowly gets a little more and a little more and a little more to the point where you're just up for 3 days partying all weekend long. And then you're like, all right, we got to rein this back in. So this time I'm thinking it's for good. Not sure. Because I never want to say I'm never going to do something again. I just don't want that. I don't want that to have to be a thing. I want it where it's like, no, just learn self-control and always have things available. But just, maybe like when you sign a Netflix deal, or if I get like a big achievement in my comedy career, maybe then you can have a party and celebrate your achievement. Don't celebrate the fact that it's Friday, So we'll see. Who knows? I'm really gunning for a year. I want to do a year stone sober clean. That would be a cool thing to have. And then we'll kind of go from there. Which, I don't know. We'll see. I think this might be it. Who knows? Another thing, I've been meditating every day. I've been doing that. James Clear really got me on it. I mentioned him in an earlier podcast. Those atomic habits, man. Just little tiny changes every day. Just little small habits lead to big, remarkable results. So yeah, I've been meditating every day, which is pretty cool. Just after I do my morning writing. That's been helping me out a lot, I think. Getting me a little more emotionally stable. Helping me through these times. But I gotta be honest, I feel good. I've never felt this good, you guys. I've never been more focused, had such a clear vision of my goals and my purpose and what I'm doing. So things are going pretty good for me right now. Other than Alexi not being able to be here, that's a real kick in the dick. But I think that'll change, and I think that'll get better with time. I think she'll be here soon. Just got to keep trying to keep her interested and entertained while she's far away. Exciting stuff we have coming up. We're doing a week-long fast the first week of November, starting on the first Monday of November till the Sunday. Well, till the following Monday. So won't eat for 7 full days. Anyone who wants to join in on that, feel free. We're doing it. After reading another book, that Jason Fung, The Obesity Code, I really think that guy's got it figured out, man. I'm down to 190 pounds right now. Body fat percentage, according to my Fitbit scales, around 18%. I want to get that down to 10% body fat. But that's kind of like, that's like another 20 pounds if that was all fat, which just seems too thin for me. I'm not sure. But so if I'm 190 and call it, I got to lose 8%, let's call it 10 to keep it even. So 19 pounds I got to lose. So if I lose 19 pounds from 190, that's like 171. I feel like if I was 171 pounds, I wouldn't have a drop of fat on me. Like, I feel like I'd be skin and bones. But who knows? We'll see. Gonna try. I'm kind of thinking around 180. I figure if I lose another 10 pounds, I'll probably be there. The goal is January 1st to have abs. Never had abs in my life. Always been a fat kid. And made a bet with my buddy, actually, Riley Tucker. that we could see who could get abs by July 1st, and we missed the mark. Oh man, we were way off on that. But now I've just kind of made my own goal to have them by 2021. New year, new me. Oh, so that's the thing I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, and then just keep getting after it, keep eating healthier, and yeah, once you quit eating sugar, man, sugar was the big one. I didn't realize. So I was like, no wheat and no dairy. I was doing for quite a while, but it's the sugar. Like the sugar is the one that really, really gets you. And once you quit eating sugar, like after doing that fast, and getting right off of sugar, you realize how much flavor there is in natural food. Like just eat a tomato after having no sugar or no food for a week. You're like, whoa, that is strong. Like avocado, like all of those things. Eggs, like there's so much natural flavor. Put a little salt and pepper on there, and that's plenty. You don't need to cover it in this chipotle mayo that you mix with ketchup and cover it with, what else you put on there? What are people doing? The kids doing these days? Frank's Red Hot sauce. I mean, hot sauce is probably a better alternative, but then you just like, all you taste is hot sauce. You might as well be eating like a bag of bread. I don't know. Bread has no flavor. Oh, butter though. Bread and butter, good. Ugh. Okay, enough about food. I haven't ate yet today. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I do have to get to the gym. If I want these abs, that's where they're made, is in the kitchen. But first, I gotta go and build them in the gym, and then gotta chisel them down over there. So yeah, we're going to log this off. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. I appreciate all of you. Things are looking up. If you want, go and subscribe to An Experiment Called Life on YouTube. That's where I do my weekly vlogs, where you can follow along there, as well as I'll put out like bits from my stand-up and stuff and some TikToks. Alex Tells Jokes on any other platform. Alex Tells Jokes on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok, I do daily content with just dumb jokes I write every day. Instagram's kind of a mix of everything, just trying to glamorize my life and get people in there. And Facebook is honestly the one that's probably the best for events. If you want to see like where upcoming shows I have and stuff, do the Facebook one. And yeah. So anyway, you guys, if you're around Vancouver and you want to catch a show, shoot me a message. I'll let you know when I'm performing or what I'm doing, or just follow along and you'll see. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. I love you guys. Take care of each other. I just kissed the mic. That was gross. I should have kissed you guys. Like, I don't know.